Usually it pops up on my Facebook feed.
I actually use Facebook.
I do read more of like Mothership or this independent online news outlets. Yeah.
And see what other friends share, like friends who share my political beliefs, see what they share. So then I access the articles from there.
A lot of different articles from different sources. So every time it comes out on my Facebook feed, that's where I get my news from. Yeah. I don't read traditional newspapers.
I would say family, friends not so.
I try to form my own opinion based on a variety of sources. I think that's the most responsible thing to do.
Like my family influences me a little bit, but then I went to university and like everything that we talk about in class influences me a lot more.
When you talk to friends, it's more of finding friends that actually agree with you.
I listen to what friends have to say, I listen to what family has to say, I read articles from different news channels that have different takes on different issues, and then try to synthesize my opinion from there.
In general, all my friends we have similar political views. For people who are different, usually we tend to cut it off. Yeah. Mainly with family and friends.
I think it depends on the topic. Like there are certain people that I would talk about local politics with, and there are certain people that I would talk about international issues with.
I don't really share my political opinions with anyone.
Things that go on that have to do with like gender politics or racial politics or identity politics that is not really a very big discussion of it in Singapore. So I would go and talk to my professor about it, for example.
To me, politics is something that I don't enjoy talking about because like I feel like I have no power to change anything. Yeah, so.
It's important for me to engage with, for example, my parents about it because I want them to think about things from different points of view, and I'm sure they want me to do the same.
I guess when I do talk about politics, it's always in an academic setting.
Let's say it's election time, it's obviously the hot topic during gatherings, so we'll talk about it. And during those sessions, there will be room for debate.
So debate does happen, it's just that it's in an academic setting, not a social setting.
Nothing.
Walk the talk.
A lot of the ways that people make use of them is to use them to settle their kind of everyday grievances. That's not something that I believe I need from my my member of parliament, whom actually I don't really like anyway, so I wouldn't go to that person.
So when they promise something, I expect them to follow up on their promises. Yeah, that doesn't always happen, but that's the ideal situation.
Just taking care of like the people.
As an individual, I could make an impact if I joined, like, if I volunteered for a political party.
I don't think not really. Yeah, in terms of like political change, not really.
Yeah, I think so. I think the change may not be big and it may not impact very many people, but sometimes it's enough to change just a few people's perspectives or change the situation for just a few people.
For the place that I lived in, my opposition party was kind of weak when it came to social media and their social media campaign and everything. And I felt that if I volunteered, like I could actually just help them in like maybe one certain aspect.
I would say that yeah, given my work, then I can make some kind of changes. But if you're talking about like political change, I believe I don't have that power.
I don't think I would be comfortable if I lived life without trying to do that or like put some good out there in the world.